But people were still going crazy that the Chargers got Khalil Mack. And you know what? It's kind of like the same thing. I wouldn't say he's a guy that doesn't show up in big moments like Amari Cooper, but I think a guy that's getting paid that much money coming off an injury-prone season, I don't know. I don't know if it's already to expect like a double-digit sack season by Khalil Mack. What do you think about it?
Well, before I answer that, do you like what they gave up for a second-round pick this year and a sixth?
In their position, I'll do it.
Yeah,
They
and
have a
the
shit
Chargers,
ton of cap.
it's like they're copying the Rams again. They're just going to go all in. It's like, okay, we see what we need. We have Herbert on the rookie deal, which makes it really easy to spend this money. I don't know if you can expect double-digit sacks from Khalil Mack, but I'll say this might be the best guy on the outside he's ever played with in Joey Bosa. So maybe that tandem can get well. And we're going to actually – I think we should just shift the focus to the Chargers right now for everything they did because it's not just Mack they brought in. I like the trade. And I like it even more when you supply a huge, big body in the middle of Sebastian Joseph Day, who I called. I said, this is a guy they should target. I know Brandon Staley knows him. This helps out their run defense, just like Mac did. And then what they do, they went and got the lockdown corner you asked them to go get, and they brought back Mike Williams for $20 million, the only move I wasn't a big fan of. But the
Really, you're
Chargers
not
defense,
a big fan of that?
No, I like Mike Williams, but in that freaking episode, you can go watch the clip. I say, I wouldn't want to pay Mike Williams $20 million a year. That's exactly what they paid him.
Yeah.
So if they got him a little cheaper, I would have loved it. But this is a new look Charger defense. I think Khalil Mack could have a bounce back year. And it's been 2 years, Juan, of just kind of like he's in the twilight.
Yeah.
He's hit that Von Miller stage.
You know, he didn't miss a lot of games the year prior to this. But if people remember about Khalil Mack, and me and you vividly do remember him dealing with injuries every week, he was just playing through them. Like his body is just not the same than when he first showed up in Chicago. A lot of people don't remember Max. Khalil Mack wasn't one of these players that came out after 2 years in Alabama. He was a fifth-year senior. He spent all his time in Buffalo. So he has a lot of miles on those tires. Like, this is not your typical 31-year-old.
Yeah, he played 7 games this year, had 6 sacks. He was productive. Bad news for Khalil Mack. 152 is taken by Kyle Frackle.
That's
so
definitely
I'm sure they'll work it. I'm sure they'll work something out, or maybe Mack can go back to 46, look like Von Miller and some.
No, don't go to 46.
No, I truly think Khalil Mack will have a good year if he can stay healthy. And like the Chargers, like this is what I was going to bring up to you, and I talked about it before. If I'm a Raider fan, I'm a little pissed. I feel like every team in the division got better but us. In the NFL, if you stay the same, you're getting worse. The Raiders have made no moves other than re-signing Max Crosby.
Well, the week's not over.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of those guys are off the board. So now what are you left with? Like, there's really, like, I could go to the top 100.
There's a lot of guys still on the board.
There's nothing I'm really like, damn, I really want that.
Who did you want the Raiders to sign?
I understand free agency's one a lot of the times. It's like the mid-tier guys who always make the impact. It's not always the big name. But if I'm a Raider fan, I got to look at it like this. The Chiefs signed Justin Reed. Chargers, they get J.C. Jackson, Sebastian Joseph Day, Khalil Mack. Broncos get Russ. It's just the Raiders haven't done anything. And I know it's still young and there's still plenty of crap to happen, but that's just something to look at. And
let me tell you
Jackson
this.
one, you don't love that move by the Chargers?
Well, look, on paper, it's fantastic. It's fucking phenomenal.
You know, you should say what Joey texted.
What did he say?
What did he say? He said, "How could it not work?" So Chargers.
How can it not work? So this is what I brought up.
Easily not fucking work because I'm an Eagles fan and Dream Team happened.
I said Dream Team 2.0. Look, the only reason why I have a lot more faith that this will work is obviously because of the quarterback. You know, the Dream Team didn't have a guy like Justin Herbert. It's his 3rd year. This is usually when, like, that 3rd year for elite quarterbacks is fucking, like, elevation is like on 1,000. Like, look at a guy like Josh Allen. Video coming soon, FYI.
Shameless.
Yeah. I have faith in the Chargers just because of that. But There is a scenario this doesn't work out. Like I said, Khalil Mack, I wouldn't consider him injury prone as his career, a full on career, no. But the last 2 years has been hurt. Wouldn't surprise me if he got hurt again. I would consider him injury prone. Joey Bosa, guy that has missed some games. I know he played a lot last year, but a guy that gets hurt a lot. Derwin James, injury prone. He's one of those guys. Yeah, he played all of this season, but he has a history of this.
He missed 2 full
Asante
seasons.
Samuel missed a couple of games last year. I know he's a rookie, but he's been injury prone. JC Jackson. I love JC Jackson. As a Raider fan, I was already processing if there was a chance that we did sign him. And I was already thinking, like, what Patriots have came out as a free agent and have been successful? Usually the Patriot guys don't work after this. Name one Patriot free agent that went on somewhere else and wound up believing in the hype. Like
Tom Brady?
wound up earning their contract.
Tom Brady?
Besides Tom Brady. That was a good one, though. Fuck
Gronk?
Stop. Gronk and Brady. No. I'm talking about
Jamie Collins?
No, you know what, though? Specifically defensive players. Because the Patriots have been doing this for years.
No, I agree 100%. Like, Jamie Collins left. Not mixed bag of results.
Right.
Darrelle Revis leaves. His career's over.
Low-key Stephon Gilmore
Chandler
in the games that he did play.
Gilly Locks kind of fell. Chandler Jones is still good, but he got traded.
Chandler
he
Jones.
Cut. Yeah. So
would you say Trey Flowers has lived up to his contract in
speaking
Detroit?
of no, he was cut. But I agree with you on that's definitely always a red flag for Patriots players when they leave Foxborough. And we could totally be wrong. And I think I am wrong about JC Jackson. I think he is that good of a cornerback. And like Juan said, you give Brandon Staley that chess piece to play with. You give him that nose tackle that can just eat up 2 blocks every time. Let's see what this defense does. His seat just got 100 times hotter.
Oh my God.
Because now the expectations aren't just we have to make the playoffs. It's like, no, we have to be one of the best teams in the AFC. And we'll see if they're going to live up to it, Juan.